Hey guys, so today we are going to look at an introduction to persuasion and argument. So, persuasion versus argument. There is a slight difference between these two, although they're pretty much the same thing. So, persuasion is a call to action or to change an opinion or belief that is based on appealing to emotion and feeling. So, persuasion equals feeling/emotion. Argument is a call to action or to change an opinion or belief that is based on the principles of logic and reasoning. So, argument would be logic and reasoning. Both are persuasion. I want you to remember that. Both are persuasion, but they have different ways of persuading. Persuasion focuses more on feeling and emotion, and then argument focuses more on logic and reasoning. The importance of argument. There's a reason why we argue. It's important in everyday life, in academic life, on the job, in writing, in reading, and listening. It is very important that we know how to argue and how to do it well. So, what exactly is an argument? It involves a process of establishing a claim and then proving it with the use of logical reasoning, examples, and research. So, persuasion. Remember, again, guys, persuasion is slightly different from argument, and you should remember these from last year: ethos, pathos, and logos. Persuasion can appeal to ethos, pathos, and logos. Argument generally appeals to ethos and logos. So we kind of leave the emotions out of argument, but persuasion focuses on all three of these. The essential ingredients of an argument. One is an issue open to debate. You can't debate something that is not open to debate. You can't argue the sky's color. We know that it's blue. But you can argue, should pit bulls be banned? You need a position on the issue. You're either pro or con. Your reasons for that position, you need to have reasons to back it up. You can't just say, because I think so. And then you need evidence to support your reason. So that would be statistics, that would be an expert opinion, that would be research, that would be facts that support your claim. The role of the audience. So the audience is super important in an argument, and it's kind of the key to effective writing of all kinds, obviously, but especially persuasive writing and argumentative writing. Because you need to consider what your audience knows and what your audience believes, because you will always have someone who disagrees with you. So there will always be a reader who does not agree, and that's why you have to make the counter argument. So you have to address that reader. So audience awareness is absolutely essential to successful persuasion and argument. Therefore, you need to know your audience. So ask these questions. What is their position on the issue? How strongly do they feel about it? Are they open-minded enough to consider other views, and what will their objections be to your argument? Obviously, you're writing a paper, you may not know your audience, so that's why you need to address people who may feel strongly against you, who may not be open-minded. So you need to consider that there will be people who feel that way. So you should have a good understanding of the difference between argument and persuasion. Remember, argument focuses on more logic, right? Persuasion focuses on more emotion, but they're both persuasive writing pieces, styles, whatever. They're both persuasion. You should be able to explain what strategies are used in argumentation and persuasion. So, ethos, logos, pathos for persuasion, and then ethos and logos for argumentation. You should be able to explain the role of the audience in persuasive and argumentative writing. So, very important. One more thing. I'm going to actually go back to this if I can. I don't know if it'll let me. There you go. I just realized maybe we should review this because it has been a year. Ethos, remember, is using character and credibility and ethics to persuade. So whenever you see an ad with a celebrity in it, that would be ethos. Or whenever you see an advertisement for toothpaste and it says like 9 out of 10 dentists recommend this toothpaste, that would be ethos because they're using the dentist's credibility. Pathos would be using emotion and passion to persuade. So like the commercial with the sad dog in it, or like the dad who comes home to his kid. He's been away for a long time, off on the road. He's a truck driver. I don't know. That would be pathos. And then logos would be using facts and statistics. Okay, good. You have an IXL E3. So we're going to go over this key idea so you know what to do. Don't want to look at that. Okay. So in a persuasive essay, an author tries to convince readers to do something or believe something. A persuasive essay usually includes a main claim, supporting claims, and evidence. The main claim is the author's central argument. The supporting claims are the reasons that support the author's main claim. So think of the main claim like a thesis, and then the supporting claims are kind of like the three main ideas. The evidence backs up the supporting claims. Evidence is often information like facts or statistics, so that would be the research they're using to support their claims. Besides these parts of the essay, an author may use other strategies to persuade readers. For example, the author may introduce an opposing claim or a claim that disagrees with the essay's main claim. That would be a counter argument. The author might explain the opposing claim and give reasons why the opposing claim is weak. When you read a persuasive essay, consider how it uses supporting claims, evidence, and other strategies. Sometimes an author may use reasoning that is not valid or may include evidence that is not relevant to the main claim. So just because you're reading an argumentative essay or a persuasive essay and they're trying to persuade something doesn't mean that they're doing a good job at it. So you have to decide, is this reasoning strong? Is this reasoning reliable? And does it even make sense? Is it relevant to the claim? Think critically about the reasoning in a persuasive essay. One strategy is to imagine how an opponent might attack or critique the essay's supporting claims and evidence. So think from the other person's side, be the devil's advocate. This will help you decide whether the author's argument is reliable and reasonable. So in this IXL, you will have to read the essay and then it'll ask you questions about it. So it's kind of like that E1 IXL that you guys did last week, and the D2 one or the D1 that you did. Where you have to read it and then you answer the questions. So that means you actually do have to read it, okay? And make sure you read both the green text instructions. There will be instructions above the passage and then there will be instructions down here. So usually above it tells you like read the essay and then it'll tell you go to paragraphs 1 and 2 and look for this. So it'll tell you exactly what you need to do. So make sure you read everything carefully so you can get done with this way easier. Okay, so that should be all. Go ahead and do your IXL now. See you guys later.